Alright, so December 19th comes to an end, and the Germans, as you can see, picked up some victory points. So, here's how it went down. The battle for Bastogne is still a slugging match, but the Germans ruled well enough to inflict one hit on him and did not take any in return. So 10th Armor's down to its last step. If he dies, it's a 3-point swing right there. So the 101st Airborne is in position to make that reinforcement. And meanwhile, the 4th Infantry Division has moved up from its position on the south shoulder of the Bulge to move adjacent to Bastogne to put a threat on counter-surrender. It was hoped that maybe if the 10th Armor could hold on there, the 101st, once he gets in this spot, he becomes a threat to take the location to the north of the city, and then you've got the Germans would be surrounded themselves. So basically counter siege tactics. But that has not panned out, so that's probably not going to be what we use the 4th Infantry for. The Combat Command A from the 9th Armored has remained in Wiltz there, just guarding a really key crossroad. The Germans have just made a slow pursuit, forgot to put a control marker there. In the center is where all the action's been. Piper was able to break across the river here into Huy and really badly maul the elite 30th Division, which pushed across the river, got the 1 VP. Now they're going to get the OKW reinforcements. Is that the first? Yeah, the Big Red 1 crossed the river to counterattack and basically attack the supply line, where there's only a 2-step Panzer Lehr there. But Panzer Lehr was able to fight off that attack, not taking a step loss and inflicting 1 in return on the 1st Infantry, which is now in a pretty bad position, being that there's some heavy reinforcements coming into play. As we said at the end of the December 18th turn, Spa was going to fall, but the disaster that happened here meant everybody had to shift positions, and looking at the reinforcement schedule, it made sense to evacuate Eupen in order to reinforce Staumont, and so the reinforcement for the Americans are going to pop up here in Viviers and hopefully be able to hold that against a 2-pronged approach to that 2 VP location. So that is the situation at the end of December 19th. Looking at December 20th, on the reinforcement schedules, the Germans are going to get an OKW, probably go ahead and pick the 10th SS Division, Armored Division, and they're also going to get the Führer's Grenadier Mechanized Brigade. The Americans are going to get a couple of divisions, the 84th Infantry Division, and looks like, let me get the camera closer, and it looks like the 3rd Armor are going to be coming into play. So December 20th, we'll give them some much needed reinforcements. The 22nd is when the really big group of Allied reinforcements come into play, including the British, who can begin to secure the river line there. So that is the situation, the end of December the 19th.